Alright, welcome one and all to the long-awaited Mother Deus double quest. This is actually one of my favorite double quests in the entire, quests to do in the entire game. I've been doing it a whole bunch recently. And it's been a blast every time I've been able to do it, so that's always good. But yeah, this is essentially what this is a double quest fighting where you fight first Esca Falz mother and Deus Esca Gracia, who's the slightly altered version of Deus Esca Zephyros, who I already have a video for. You can go check that out. I'll probably link it in the description. But essentially, this is a double boss fight. Well, technically not, because you fight them one after the other, but you know what? Close enough. Close enough for government work. So, unfortunately, I don't think there's a version of the Ride Droid section that has the really good music that you can do without story mode. There was, I think, a urgent quest for it, but it might have been only available in the Japanese version. I don't know. Point is, I haven't been able to find it. I don't think you can do it. Blah. So, that's fun. This quest has... Essentially, it's pulling two quests together because there's another quest called Deus Esca Singer of Genesis, which is just Deus Esca Gracia, and then there's the Lunar Phantasy Matriarch, which is just Esca Falz mother, right? Probably want to talk about the battle. So the first part, she's just going to spawn these big old arms. There's four of them. There's the Elder Arm, which punches what it does. There's the Gemini Arm, which I haven't fought Dark Falz Gemini yet. That should be coming soon, TM. But yeah, once you destroy all her arms, she'll expose her chest, then resummon the arms, and then once you do enough damage to her, there'll be a transition phase, and you fight her, and then another transition, and then damage rush at the end. So yeah, you can see this one is, I believe, the Death Gemini arm. You can see the Apprentice arm over there, right there. There's the Apprentice arm, and then the Luther arm have the wings on it. She also got some pretty incredible music. Actually, both of them do. They have really good music. But yeah, there's the Luther arm over there. There it is. Yeah, she has... They have similar attacks to their Dark Falz counterparts. They have some new ones as well. Gemini has sort of card flippy one that you'll probably see. Luther has a sword stab, which is sort of similar to his sword stab in his regular form. As far as I can tell, I have no idea what Apprentice arm does. I kill it way too fast. Or just doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe it does. It might be the laser shooting one. I'm pretty sure it's the laser shooting one. There's also a solo version of this double quest, which you can do, which it's a tough one. I only was able to get an S rank on it, I think a couple days ago. But it's a fun one. Yeah, they also have these... there's this big attack where basically she throws you into this little arena, which again is a reuse from Dark Falz Gemini. You'll see it when we get there. And you have to get out before explosion happens and kills everyone. Yeah, you can see I'm still using my hero at this point. I did switch to Lesser. I don't know when I actually start reflecting that in the actual gameplay. Well, actually, no, you'll see a bit of it later on, but I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, Esca Falz mother. Basically, all we need to do is... Yeah, there's the card one. We're just trying to DPS her down by drawing her arms, and eventually she will expose her core once more, and we can go wacky on the core. One of the weird things you can do, if you look up right up above me, you can see that Mother herself is sort of embedded in Esca Falz mother, kind of. This is episode 4 stuff. It's kind of weird, but this creature that we're fighting now is a result of a Zion clone merging with Dark Falz and whatnot. It's again, I should probably get back to working on my my review of all the story. Excuse me, my review of all of the story of PSO2 base. Speaking of PSO2 in general, I'm sort of not very pessimistic anymore about NGS. It looks like the dev team has decided to listen to us and is making some appropriate changes. So, you know what? All fine by me. Very cool, very epic. So, I'm definitely down for that. Yeah, so again, there's not too much more to say about her. She's a really fun boss when you're actually like fighting her, but there's only so much I can say until we hit her transition phase. Should be happening here fairly soon-ish. Here we go. So she's gonna do this. She's gonna hold her hands out, and then she's gonna spawn all these cubes. You have to destroy as many of them as possible to reduce the damage of her big attack. So, the wondering thing is there's also a wind pushing me out, which is why I can't get in super far. But yeah, if you do that, she basically does no damage, and then she's gonna fight us properly. So she keeps her chest open. She has, all these various attacks, sort of utilizing the various arms to, so she's sort of altered and some of the abilities that they were using in order to attack us. So you see there's stuff from Apprentice, more lasers from Apprentice. I think he does some punching as well. But yeah, this last part's, I think it's actually probably the hardest part of the fight, just because you can't easily split up the attention of the arms as much, I guess. I'm not quite sure. Well, for one, there's a lot more attacks to dodge, it feels like, and you can't split up the arm's attention nearly as much. So, I guess that would be why, but honestly, I'd have to play it a few more times to really nail down my exact reasoning as to why. But yeah, there's... it's basically just, right now, it's basically just a damage rough to the end. So, eventually, she'll use her big attack again, and then again, just DPS the cubes, and then she'll expose her last, I believe, at this spot point, she'll be stunned, and then collapse, and then we can whack her a bit. Pew 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 pew, and then after that she'll die, and then blam, and then she falls into big blue sea of particle effects. But yeah, there we go. That's Esca Falls' mother. So we can watch the little cool cutscene as the blue disappears. Shoot. And then it goes away. And the moon is normal again. What do you know? And then we transition over to Deus Esca. So, this version of the quest skips the intro scene, which you saw in which again, I'm going to post that in the description. Though, my link to the Deus Esca video, but this version skips, Deus Esca Gracia's fight always skips sort of the run-up through Yggdrasil to get at the top of the tree. So this just goes straight from here to the top. So once that is finished, again, just plays. Yeah, so the other main difference is that they changed his colors. He's got more gold. I think, I remember Deus Esca being white, gold, with a bit of the blue, but Gracia has more black and this teal color, I guess. But other than that, he is effectively the same boss. So, aside from one thing I mentioned earlier, I mentioned back in Esca Falls' mother, which you'll see in a bit, he is exactly the same. There is no difference between the two of them gameplay-wise. They are technically counted as different bosses for, like, achievements and whatnot, but, essentially it's the same. So, if you missed the last video, essentially we're just gonna attack these guys, these little snake dudes, until they get the little thorn armor. There's only 3 of them right now, and Deus Esca will occasionally attack. He's got these lightning bolts. He has a similar attack later on. I think he also summons lightning bolts from the sky as well. Yeah, once that's done, those, they'll do the little energy ball, blow up the energy balls, and when that's taken care of, snakes fall into the ladder, and we go and beat up on his chest. So again, it's exactly like Deus Esca. If you fought Deus Esca, you can fight this guy. He's essentially the same. He's a pretty fun fight, though. I think he's one of the better ones in the game. I like doing him when he comes up, or when someone decides to run him. So, that's pretty cool. He's gonna blow us away, and then I did not know this before, but apparently it's just a thing for people to try and get people killed in that center area. I have no idea why, but literally, every time I've done this quest, someone has died to that, and I'm not sure why, because I'd hope people would learn, but I guess not. But anyway, now we're just killing snakes again. So, you know, he's got lightning bolts, he's got his thorns, and the snakes got their attacks as well. But yeah, now he starts using his sword, which I just jump over. It's pretty easy. It's easy and easier if you've got leaping dodge, which is an active ring skill. If you got that, then just press that, you're fine. But yeah, he splits us up into two, so we have one group over here doing these snakes, and there's going to be another group on the other side doing the other snakes. This is mostly for the benefit of people who haven't seen the other Deus Esca video, where I'm pretty sure I explained how he worked, but if I didn't, then hey, now I've done that. And then the laser beams and all the energy balls. And so then they're going to do the energy ball attack again, so get to blow them up. Same as before. And once we do that, they become another bridge, and then we can wacky his face again. So, you know, or rather his chest bulb thingy. I don't know, man. But yeah, the other side, I think there's just less people over there, which is why they... For some reason, people always seem to run left on him, and I do that too, I guess. So there's always just more people on the left side of the platform. But yeah, at some point, I think that left platform is going to disappear after we do this side of it. So once we killed all the snake heads, he'll evaporate the platforms by the magic of cutscenes. There's not actually an animation for him destroying that section of the platform like there is for the center. So, which is unfortunate, which I think can be kind of cool, but you know, it's fine. Not a big deal. Yeah, again, same thing as before. Blowing off these bits, and then now I think this is sort of the main phase of his fight once he stopped using his snake heads. So blam, 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 and again, just gonna whack the chest bulb. And I don't know if this is where it happens, but at some point, no, I don't think this is yet. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get to it. But yeah. So he's gonna... Yeah, this is where he just cuts... Like I said, the magic of cutscenes. He's just gonna summon his big wings. He's got his hand of fire. And then he's gonna backhand that. And then we can get in and whack his chest. And back off again. And then... Yeah, a lot of his attacks you've seen before. They're basically identical. I think the only new one is his Star Shower, which I think we'll see him... Oh, this is new. He's got his big double hand smash that summons thorns. I've actually thought about making a video that's like just on lore, PSO2 lore, because there's like one channel who does it, and he doesn't go like super in-depth on anything, which I think I would prefer. Yeah, there's the star stuff. Oh, and he can draw too. He draws a big N with his sword. But yeah, I've thought about making some PO2 lore videos, so that's something that will be of interest with you. Of interest to you. I cannot speak. Please, you know, let me know. If there is interest, then I would love to start talking about it, because I have noticed some very interesting things, and I have a lot to say about it. So, you know, I might just do it regardless, just because I think it's going to be interesting. But if there's interest, I'd make it, I think, even better. But yeah, so again, this part of the fight's pretty, you know, just avoid the attacks, whack the bulb when it comes up. Pretty simple stuff, you know? Pretty simple stuff. So I'm not sure when we'll get to the end of this part, but, you know, it is what it is. Also, I do really like that. I'm not sure how to explain this, but I really like how just high up Yggdrasil is, because if you actually look off the edge, you can see the curvature of the earth, like all the clouds and landmass below. It's pretty cool. Like, I'd say this fight is a really good set piece, although I suppose I have a couple issues as to how it fits into Episode 4 as a whole. It does kind of come out of nowhere. Like, if you played Episode 4, you know that Deus Esca is basically non-existent until the very end, while Mother is very much a constant presence. You sort of get the slow build up to her, whereas Deus Esca is like, he's here now. So, you know, again, if you've played Esca before, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, there we go. So we've stunned him, and then we can beat up on his bulb a bit, and eventually, I believe, no, we're not quite there yet. Eventually, yeah, there we go. There's a cutscene. So he's gonna summon his big golden rings. He's gonna target the moon, and then he goes shoo, and then he blows up the moon, and then meteors rain down on Earth. The artwork in the background for this is actually pretty sick. I'll see if I can find a picture of it. Oh yeah. I'm not sure. I think we're close to where. Oh yeah, right. This is what I like to call. Ignore that previous statement. This part is the snake cluster truck, because it's 8 snake heads all attacking you at once. You have to kill all of them. It's probably the single hardest part of the fight, just because there's so much stuff on screen. It's hard to figure out what's going on. And the snake heads they actually do quite a bit of damage. You'd be kind of surprised at how because they hit reasonably hard if you don't have good gear, and even with good gear, they do still hit, again, pretty hard. Yeah, there's Snakehead. Yeah, you see me backing off trying to heal. Yeah, that stuns him. We can go in on the chest again. I think this is where something very interesting occurs. In just a moment. Yep, that. So this is a bug. Oh, you can see the moon up there. It's looking really cool. So occasionally his wings will glow black, but if you can see, I have very cleverly edited in the upper left-hand corner of the screen a version of the fight which should, in a second, show what the wings are supposed to look like. You can see me using my luster up there. But they're supposed to be this bright, glowing, golden, yellow sort of thing. But instead it came out as, yeah, it affects all of the particles on screen. So even stuff that's like his sword attacks, even the flame is all messed up because of this. It's very weird. Hopefully it should start to show that in a second. I think I may have made it a bit too long. Hey, you know, you get to check out my little luster fight. So, you know, that's cool, I guess. Either way, I thought about actually recording a different version of this fight where I get the not screwy, you know, whatchamacallit, I forget the name, wings, that's what I meant to say, wings. But eventually I decided, you know what, it's kind of a neat bug, but yeah, there you go, they're supposed to look like that. You can see them up there at screen, top screen, just now. See, that's what they're supposed to look like, and you can see his attacks all look normal. If we go back to this screen, they look kind of screwy. But hey, you know, it is what it is. It's kind of a neat bug, and it does make some of the attacks actually look kind of cool. Like, I think his fire attack looks actually better with the bug than with not. But some things do look kind of stupid, like the wings definitely look a bit goofy, and the sword attacks too, so it's a bit of a give and take. Yeah, I think this is the last damage rush before the end. This is actually a soft DPS check. I think if you fail it, you actually lose. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, there we go. Fortunately, the ending cutscene does look mostly normal. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, other than that, yeah, this is the same you just roll, sort of disappearing. This is, again, a really cool cutscene. I really love this. It looks so cool. Like, the fully animated cutscenes, I can't praise them enough. I think I've said it every time I've shown one. They're really good. But, yeah. That is all she wrote. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun doing it. I have fun doing this quest all the time. So I try to do it as much as I can. But, yeah. This should be up during maintenance. At least where I'm from. But, you know, hey, it gives me something to do. There might be I'm hoping to get out in a little a still short little video later this week. I think it's going to be Nemesis Angeles. Actually, I know it's going to be Nemesis Angeles, assuming I'm able to get it out. But so you can look forward to that later on this week because I'm on fall break, so I have a lot of free time to do extra stuff. But yeah, I think that's everything I have for you today. So if you could like, subscribe, comment, and whatnot, I would be greatly appreciative. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in hopefully a few days. But if not, then probably next week. Peace.